Your take on the hot topics shaping our city and nation. We want to hear from you.
The president is aware that we have a security problem here.
I don't know which area you stay in Lagos. There is no light again. No. These investors, I don't know hearing that there is no light in Nigeria.
Whether somebody loots or somebody will not loot, a lot of things will happen.
Why is Tinubu doing this to us?
Join Kofi Bartels for engaging debates, expert insights, and your voice at the heart of every discussion. Don't just listen, participate. Tune in and be part of the conversation. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We're still here, and of course back with the Morning Crossfire, 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Kofi Bartels. Good to know you're there listening to us. And of course, you cannot do more than just listen to us. You can watch us live from wherever it is you are. Right now by simply going to your Facebook app and searching for Nigeria Info 99.3, or going to YouTube and searching for Nigeria Info FM. Now, as we begin, we've started a new school term in Lagos, and we want to know, as far as you're concerned, what needs to be done by those concerned, all the stakeholders concerned. We have the government, all right, and we're talking about Lagos State here. So we're looking at Lagos State government, even federal government. We have the schools, we have the students or the pupils, and we have the parents or guardians. What needs to be done by those concerned to ensure that we have a successful school term? Yeah, we talk about politics a lot, the economy. Let's talk about our children for now. Our guest this morning is Akin Benjamin. Akin Benjamin is a seasoned education consultant and school improvement and quality assurance consultant. He's a thought leader in the education sector. He was last year with us on the Morning Crossfire in April this year, and we're happy to have him back. Akin Benjamin is an educationist and consultant with over 25 years of teaching experience both in public and private schools, but now he's into full-time consulting. He helps schools achieve quality improvement. He helps guide schools to attain and incorporate internal quality assurance systems in the operations. As a teacher, Akin Benjamin has taught at Middle Hall School. He was head of year in Atlantic Hall. He's done a lot, of course, that we will not go into now because of time. But we want to say good morning. Very, very good morning to you, Akin. Thank you very much for your time. It's been a busy day for you. A tight schedule, but you're here with us.
It's a pleasure being here.
Okay, fantastic. To be part of the conversation, please call 0201-277-0993 for those of you listening, 0201-277-0993. And you can also call our female listeners, 0201-465-7190, 0201-465-7190. I can't wait to pick the first call because it is a listener-centered topic, okay? What needs to be done to ensure a successful school term? So I can go to you first. Just hit the nail on the head.
All right.
As far as all stakeholders are involved, government, schools, students, pupils, parents, even the public, even media, what needs to be done to ensure success in this new school term?
Okay, this particular new school term is unlike others. Why am I saying so? It's because of the economy. The economy is undergoing back pangs. You okay? And everybody is feeling it. And so resuming for the 2024-2025 school session and first term, it comes in a different package, with different packages. Because you see, first, government ought to have done more. We know that government is making efforts, but it is not yet enough in terms of the dividends of democracy that is expected. That people expect that their purchasing power will not be this eroded. All right. We're looking at the forex, the purchasing power of the naira. It is actually, the value has dropped, and everybody, that is not news to everybody now. So for the government ought to also fund schools better, but that's a larger discussion. Parents, knowing this, the expectation of of course, there were already some hints to how this will look last term because of first person and everything. But you see, parents ought to have prepared better. Parents ought to have prepared better for this resumption, knowing that the economic climate is different from what it used to be. All right, those kind of preparations may be different ways. If you have to take your child from a school that costs more than what you can afford, it's a decision to make, to have been made during the holiday. If you want to negotiate what you would pay, it's a decision to make during the, because most schools also are schools also prepared in terms of readjusting, responding to the change in the economic climate. So they also had to increase fees, and most of this took place during the holiday. So it was ample time for parents to know, okay, so what's my decision? Do I need to negotiate more with the school owner? Do I need to change school? Because you don't have to be like the Joneses. You need to cut your coat according to your cloth, the size of your cloth. And as per the general public, I think we really we have to tighten our belts and be prepared for. We don't know how this will turn. We really don't know for how long this austerity, because these are austere times. We don't know how long this will take, but everybody needs to adjust and hope for the best, and then put in the best effort to get result. Yeah.
Interesting. Akin Benjamin, you've hit the nail on the head. You're saying this is a term, and this session 2024-25 is a session that is different from any other session that any parent, guardian, student, school, or even government will ever face. Why? Because Nigerians are paying more for goods and services than ever before. Unprecedented time. I tell you what, I'm close to people who run schools just like you, and they're struggling to get parents to agree to pay the new fees. One of the sticking points is even transportation. The school bus. The school bus is an argument that every private school will be having today. As a matter of, it's a big issue. It's a big issue. We want to pay more. Parents are saying no, we can't pay. Is that something you're seeing? The parents are saying we just cannot pay for the
well.
The
You
school fees.
look at the school bus, the bus service for that picks children from home back to school and back and all of that. You realize that. Whether we like it or not, I had to push out because as a school consultant, I'm a school improvement and quality assurance consultant. I've been doing I had to push out some kind of statement to school owners, because you see, I really don't envy school owners at this time. And I've also been shouting that part of the preparation, even though we need government to do more, is that I've been saying that school owners would have to look at the option of CNG conversion. The initial conversion may be tough, may be costly, but long-term gains will be there. CNG, we don't know whether government will make, whether we would have it in abundance and whether it will be that accessible, because even now, we don't know whether there are many stations that can dispense CNG, because gas is the way to go. And for schools that have 3, 4, 5, 8 buses, and of course, you need to run your bus service because you are bringing children from far and you're taking them back home, because you see, you are also competing you want to get a large chunk of the market, whether within your catchment area. So, and not everybody can bring their children to school. So it's something that school owners would have to look at. How do we convert buses, the energy system of our buses, to use gas? That's just an advice. And I've been shouting it, I've been saying it, and I think ultimately that's the way to go. Is government doing enough, making that available? That's another question. All right, but the issue of food for schools that are running body facility, we know that the cost of food items, the cost, it's has skyrocketed. No, everybody knows that in our houses. So you don't expect that what you are paying for boarding fees last session is most likely is what you will pay this session. And nobody is saying you should bear all the costs, but I think school owners and parents will have to come to some kind of agreement on how much do we share. You share a share. That's the way to go. That's what I'm advising schools to do. But on issues of the feeding of children and transportation of children to and from school, schools have no other choice than to increase fees. They don't have any other choice. Somebody must bear the cost.
And probably this will lead to a high pull-out rate, withdrawal rate in schools where parents are saying, well, I was in a school that used to charge me maybe 1 million naira per session. I can't afford that. Let me go to the one that will charge me 500,000 naira per session. Or maybe I can't afford to transfer my child all the way to Lekki. Let me keep my child here in Awoyaya. Is that something that you're seeing?
Well, that is a way. That would be one of the the concomitants, the things that would be expected to happen. And yes, drop in parents pulling out children from schools that they can no longer afford will happen. All right, but beyond that, when that happens in schools, let me tell you the ripple effect. Schools will now have to look inward. Do I have to sustain the number of staff that I have? Okay, so do I now also cut costs in terms of, if I cannot be the same number of teachers that I have teaching 200, 300, 400 children will not be what I need to teach 150. I don't know whether you are getting what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, impacts on employment. Because schools are not charity organizations; they are businesses. And so those are the kind of impacts that we would begin to see. Well, the truth of the matter is that already there's high teacher attrition in schools, because you see, it is no longer the employer's market. Teachers have found ways to employ themselves. Teachers provide services to even Nigerians abroad, right from the comfort of their houses. And so already schools are looking for how to get teachers to come to work, to get them to work. This thing will have serious impact if not properly, if it doesn't end, if the way the economy is going doesn't come to a good end in the immediate and short term, it will have a ripple effect that we may not really like.
All right, my God. Let's pick the calls coming through. 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-0993. A female line, 0201-465-7190. We began the conversation by looking at the challenges that schools, students, teachers, and parents are facing. Also, we want to talk about what needs to be addressed to address these challenges. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning, Kofi Bartels.
Welcome. Who do we have on the line, please?
Watagwan from Akin.
Watagwan, welcome. Good morning to you.
Great. Good morning, our guest. Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Great. Brother, you said it all, right? You said many private schools, they are not charity organizations. They are business centers, quote unquote. You get the point? They are business. So Nigerian parents, it is highly competitive amongst them. That my child is in this school, is in the other school, their school fees is 1 million, school fees is 2 million. Why are you guys bragging about the school your children are going to? We have government school. In Lagos State, it's even free of charge. You get the point? So, to an extent. So why competing with other parents, stretching yourself, then why complaining then? This, that most private schools are for business. They will make profits. And things are changing. The economy is bleeding. So to me, parents, they are not helping matters. There are alternatives, there are options. There are, public school. The last of children had the evolution the best men who had this problem. They all brought up, public school.
What's going on? You want parents,
today,
what's going on? Yeah.
Yeah.
That there are difference in the taste of what you buy in a 5-star hotel versus what you buy on the street corner. They're two different things altogether. What you buy in a fast food restaurant. But so are you saying parents should pull their children out of the high quality schools that give them all these Cambridge exams and Cambridge education and US whatever, and take them to community school one that does morning, afternoon, and night session?
Okay, let me hit it on the head, right? Listen, he who thinks all the time, right, have nothing to think about except thoughts. So he loses contact with reality and lives in a world of illusion. That, my thought on this, is embarrassing situation and it's pitiable situation in the sense that, listen, the life of Chimama Ngozi Adichie, Amanda Adichie, the late Mrs. Sora Akin, right? The great man has the product of public school.
All right.
Today, Nigerian info, listen, I'm coming. Most students that perform better, they are product of public school. I'm not saying that private schools are not doing good. They are doing good. But why are parents sticking to private schools? These private schools are for business. They will make their profit.
Thank you very much. So what I'm going to say, pull your children out of private schools and send them to public schools is what he's saying. 99.3, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Matata.
Welcome. Please go on.
Yes, I just want to quickly say one of the things. Please be a little bit patient with me. Okay. I want to say one of the things. These children that are resuming this time, I discovered my son is in a public school somewhere in Ikorodu. Now, I discovered that when I got to the class in SS3, I got to the class and I saw 103 students in one class. Listen. Now, you see, the point is preparing for this time. A lot of parents will do children from the private school to the public school. If you go to Ministry of Education in Ikeja, you can check what I'm saying. A lot of applications are still there till today. Some children are still waiting at home for their applications to be processed so that they will be transferred to a public school. Now, those that have been transferred already and those that are already in the SS1, SS2, SS3, if you go there, it is crazy. My brother, it is crazy. Now, let me quickly tell you something.
You're out of time. So finally, one last sentence.
Yes. Then, see, some time ago, not too long ago, the governor of Lagos State gave a charge to the principals that they are the ones paying for WAEC and that they must do everything for these children to pass. Now, that instruction has led to so many terrible things. These children, they pass with 7 A's, and when they get to, I was in a function at the University of Lagos, and they were complaining that those that came in with the brightest results are the ones that drop out in the first year and second year. So please, yes, I'm telling you authoritatively, those that came in with the best results, I mean, 4 A's, 7 A's.
So you want us to look into it, and how are these government schools students getting 7 A's, massive A's, after the governor's matching order? You're saying. Thank you very much for your time. When we come back, our guests will help us talk about this public-private school thing. Stay with us.
I'm in love, Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it too open? Is it too squeeze? Is it too scoop? And is it too stuff?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
UBA is giving everyone 75 reasons to celebrate in the UBA Legacy promo. Over 200 million naira is up for grabs. 75 people stand a chance to win 1 million naira and more. Just open a UBA savings account and save at least 5,000 naira every month to qualify. The more you save, the more you win in the celebrations. Visit www.ubagroup.com or dial *919*20# to begin. Terms and conditions apply. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Everything surely comes to an end. That dinner, that mushy movie, even that long traffic. But there's one thing that doesn't. Enjoy truly unlimited data with Airtel Unlimited Speed-Based Plans. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to buy now. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Mom's love is pure. It's so mushy that she does. Mom's special jollof puts a smile on your face. Mom's yummy fries cheers you up. Mom's tasty stews nourishes the family. Golden Terra oil, tasty. Golden Terra oil, nourishing. Golden Terra oil, Golden Terra soya oil.
Golden Terra oil helps mom pour her love in the tasty, nourishing meals she cooks for her family. Golden Terra Oil, pour pure love.
He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you the wine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby?
Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I don't know.
Guy, HFM.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said HFM.com.
Which one is HFM.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said HFM.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
Hey there! Yes, you! You just won 5,000 Naira cash! And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you! You behind! Of course! You're not left out! How does 1,000 Naira airtime and 2,000 Naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No Unwrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper, text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Supercharge your printing with the HP Laser 135A multifunctional printer. It gives you great performance at an affordable price as you print, copy, and scan right from your phone with the HP Smart app. Because of its simple and compact design, the HP Laser 135A MFP fits almost anywhere. With print speeds of up to 20 paper per minute and an easy-to-use control panel, you get versatile performance, a simple setup, and exceptional quality page after page. If you're looking for affordability and quality all in one package, HP Laser 135A multifunctional printer delivers just that. So, what are you waiting for? Get yours today at Lance Trend Limited, number 28 Otigba Street, Computer Village, Ikeja, Lagos. Visit www.lancetrend.com or call 0809-781-7579 for more information.
That special secret that awakens taste buds. Mouth-watering wonder with awesome aroma. Terra seasoning cubes.
Terra Seasoning Cube turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra Cubes. Come cook with Terra.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. A very important subject of education we have in focus right here on the Morning Crossfire. My name is Kofi Bartels, and of course, this is the Morning Crossfire 99.3 Nigeria Info. Our guest this morning is an educationist, an educational consultant, a teacher, Mr. Akin Benjamin. He joins us live virtually on the Morning Crossfire despite a busy schedule. I'm sure it's because of his love for education. You know, it kind of remind me of those teachers who just love the job. You know, like my father was a mathematics teacher. And
Great.
Some of his students may be listening to me all over the country, you know, and you're here because you love education. That's why you're here, and we appreciate your time. We're asking for your thoughts, those of you listening this morning, on the new school term. What needs to be done to, make education better, give our students, pupils, teachers, parents, and guardians a better experience in the new school term. In other words, we are saying, what do we do to ensure a successful school term in Lagos State? Not just a successful school term, but the entire 2024-25 academic session. What are the challenges that schools are facing? What challenges are students, teachers, and even parents facing that need to be addressed? What do schools need to do better or differently to achieve success this term? What do parents need to do better to achieve success this term? What do the students and pupils need to do better to achieve success this term? What does government need to do better to achieve success this term? Talking about school policy and government policy. Now, Ms. Akin mentioned, before we went on the break, a listener asked some important questions. He said he went to a public school and one of the classes had 130 or 103 students in there. He also raised issues with exam malpractice as being high amongst government schools. So what do you say to that?
Okay, so yes, the second speaker was saying that he saw a classroom with 103. And I would tie that with what the first speaker said about people should take their children to public school. They should just take their children to public school. Why are they putting their children in a private schools? Where are the public schools? We have public schools. Are they enough? Number one. Are they even enough? When was the last public school built in your area? All right. Now, when you even have public school, when you see overcrowding in the classrooms, it's a big issue. It's a big issue. He said he met 103, sometimes more than that, because we don't have enough. And government cannot do everything. That's just the truth. Everywhere in the world, private people are involved. So we cannot just say people, take your children to public school. Take your children. If you can afford private school, educating your child is one of your best investments. Go for it.
Akin Benjamin, are you sure you're not protecting your farm? Are you sure you're not protecting your farm?
It's not so. It's not so. I'm just saying, no, it's not so. No, I'm not. Because you see, the truth of the matter is that I walk across. I've trained teachers for even the state government. I've been in state schools. I know. And let me tell you this. Let me tell you, this is what we find in Lagos State is one of the best in the country. It's worse in other places. I'm telling you the truth, and I'm not trying to patronize government. But the truth of the matter is this. The truth of the matter is this: that if you can afford to get good quality education for your children, do so. Why? Because you see, and it takes planning. So you need to plan. And you don't have to put them to all those schools with highbrow schools. And you can have sometimes school that is not too far from you, but you cooperate with them and you get the best for your children. All right. So it's not just take your children out. You may take from a private school that is costing so much to another private school that you can afford. All right. I cannot say everybody should take their children to public school. Now, for the man who said that because principals were given a charge, the government is paying for WAEC, so students must pass. There is nothing wrong with that kind of charge from government to people, to a sector where government is spending money. But the response of such school leaders is what we must watch. Does that mean that you should now organize exam malpractices? Does that mean that there cannot be proper teaching and learning that would make learners pass WAEC excellently without exam malpractices? Is it that those principals have forgotten how to do it, or what? Must they resort to exam malpractice? I mean, if government is spending on a sector, they need to see results. But the issue is that, does that mean you should go ahead and use underhand methods and use and create and teach children how to pass through exam malpractices? Right. So civil servants accountable, especially those principals accountable. We have not, government has not said go and do arrange or go and do it. Make sure that your teachers are teaching well. Make sure that learners are learning and get results. All right.
So you're saying this talk of this being the most difficult time to be a parent, paying school fees because of the cost of living, exacerbated by the factors we are well aware of: petrol price, floating of the naira, roll of subsidy, and all that. Some parents are clamoring, pull your children out of private schools and take them to government schools. You're saying the government schools are not enough, and then of course the quality may not be as high as you recommend. A parent who can afford, but their private schools. Tell us, are there private schools that are affordable but will still give you quality? Because when we hear the word private school, we either the quality will be poor, there'll be issues there, you'll not be happy, or the school fees will be high. Are they affordable private schools?
Let me respond to this. See, society is not made up of the rich and only. What the affluent and the rich would want as education goals and educational environments and package for their children may not be what the messenger in an office would be able to would set as goals and be able to afford for his children. People talk about low-cost schools and everything, or mushroom schools. I said they are not about to go away, because the children of the pepper seller or the children of the pop-up seller will go to school, and that cannot be the kind of school that the rich send their own. So education, see, we need to understand that schools are in grades. Maybe but for the purpose of this grade A, B, C, and all of that. Look, if you can afford the grade A, there are schools in Lagos now. There's a school in Lagos. There's a school is charging 42 million per session in this season, and some people will take their children there. They will take their children there because they can afford it. Now, but there are other schools that
42 million. Did you say 42 million naira per session?
Oh yes, in this country,
in Lagos,
and in this. Yes, and people, and I keep telling people that, look, if you go there now, you'll find Nigerian children there, because I have taught in schools where parents paid 6 years ahead. We just noticed that somebody did that. A public figure did that recently.
Yeah.
That everybody is looking for 6 years ahead. They said, don't bother us with anything again. We paid. So these are issues. But you see, that is not a school for everybody. And you must know your goal. You must set your goal. What can I afford?
So are there schools that are affordable by private schools but still quality schools?
Definitely.
How much are we talking about? Per session?
Okay. For example, now there are still schools that will charge you in the range of 70,000-80,000 per term. In some areas. I'm telling you the truth.
No, people don't want to take their students maybe from maybe they're in some part of Aja or Ikeja, nice place, to a far-flung area. I don't want to take them too low.
People live on the mainland. People live on the mainland. We're not just talking about people on the island now.
Are we talking about
on the island?
Yeah.
If you live on the island and you live on the Lekki Aja axis, that means you can afford the lifestyle. There are also schools there. Schools there are also in phases, in sizes, and in terms of fees. So you may need to also.
So the school that charges 60,000-70,000 naira per term.
I'm talking about mainland.
Mainland. I think the quality is okay. It's good. You can vouch.
It will surprise you. It will surprise you that there are schools that charge around that 100,000, and they're still good for the level that the people, because schools are not targeting same customers. Hey, this is a business. What is your, like I taught schools, who is your customer personnel? Who are you targeting? Right. A school went to Ikoyi, a school from the mainland, very good school on the mainland, went to Ikoyi with the same fees they're charging on the mainland. It failed.
Why?
Because they felt everything cheap is not good enough. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah. It reminds me.
You cannot take your fries of the mainland to go and give Ikoyi people. They'll tell you, what are you offering us?
It reminds me of one day. One day I was given an MC job, and they asked me how much will I take, and the amount was, I used Port Harcourt Mine to bill them for MC programs a lot. And they said, this guy must not be big for him to charge us this amount, But I want to agree with it. I can identify with your concern for those who are saying, because of the cost, of living and all that, parents should withdraw their students, their children from private schools, public schools. I can understand your fear, for the welfare of the students. My dad taught in a government school. What was a government school? His salary was being owed. Until the governor came one day and said, that was way back in 1999, said that he's returning all the schools to the missionaries. Remember that movement now?
Yes,
And the school had a new lease of life.
It will.
A prestigious school, Catholic school, prestigious school. That went from having goats roaming the classroom and pooing on the floor, broken windows and all that the missionaries left. And when the governor handed it over to the Catholic Church, they picked up again. And then, important personalities started sending their kids there because they wanted Catholic education. But the fees went up a little, though. Went up a little. But I want to ask you this: why is it that the public schools? I mean, are the public schools not meant to be the better than private schools? What I'm asking is this, sir. In Ghana, the private schools are the best. The public schools, the government schools are the best. I'm talking about schools like Achimota. Achimota has produced presidents, and there, of course, you want. Everybody wants to send their children to Achimota. You can't even get space. I'm talking about Infantipim. All right, Infantipim. I'm talking about Adisarel College, St. Augustine's, and other schools. The best secondary schools in Ghana are government schools. All right. So, sir, tell me.
Let me to that. The first place you look at the size of Ghana, the population of Ghana, and the population of Nigeria is that we're just joking. That's one. That's not all. But that Ghana, you find like if not to 10 of the population of Ghana within Nigeria, if not more. Now, so the enormity of what people expect from government here is so heavy, so much. But one would have thought that it is able to do this in Nigeria. But government will not do the most in all the schools. And that's I get informed model. Schools must really be such